Alright friends, I am back and we're here to talk about Squid Games. I know I talked about episode 7 in the last video, but I'm going to include it in this video. We're going to go 7, 8, and 9. And 9 is the season finale. It's the end of the show. So, if you have a suggestion for me on a new series, please comment below. I need something to, of course, fill in this slot of Squid Games. And I'm interested to see if any of you have some suggestions for me to, a series for me to start watching. So anyway, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And always feel free, if you want to watch some of my other videos, just go right over to them and press that play button. Alright, so the head guy that's in the facility, he knows that there's some imposter that's roaming about the facility, and he knows it's pretty much a cop. So he is he knows, like, he gets this information because he knows the gun and the this and the that. And you know what, for me it still didn't click to who he may have been, because you know the cop originally went there going to look for somebody, and I often thought that, well, maybe the person that he was looking for was a player, and he's pretty much seen all the players. And I don't know if he got there for the first game. And I don't, you know what, because some of them were dead, so I was thinking the person that he was looking for was already dead. But anyway, nevertheless, we'll get right into it. And so, player 69 wants to leave. Okay, so the 5th game starts, and it is them up as pairs. In player 069, of course, he pairs with his wife. He has to, only one of them can win. The wife dies. Now he wants to leave. None of them wants to leave. There's only about 17 of them left. In the night, he hangs himself. He couldn't bear with everything that happened. We're going to move on from there. So that was game 4. So then game 5 begins. They have to pick these vested numbers, and they don't know what's going on. They just say, you know, just pick a vest in X, Y, and Z. Well, the game is kind of like this high up trapeze things, and if you're watching the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So then, you know, just it's definitely human nature that people just go for the middle. You know, there is safety in numbers, and if you're in the middle, you're more than likely to be safe. It's just how it is. They even do it in nature. If you watch some of those nature shows, and a lot of the prey animal, like the buffalo and the zebra and the gazelles, all of the weaker animals, the younger animals, the ones with a child, are pretty much in the middle. So anyway, that's exactly what happens to the show. They all get their numbers, and then it is known that they have to go in the order of the number that they are. So of course, the person with number 1 is the first one that has to jump on either this regular glass or this tempered glass to get across. And there's several platforms of glass that they have to get across. So well, anyway, I am going to fast forward through it. The game, of course, gets a little vicious. A couple of people start to push the bad guy. I believe he's, yes, I call the bad guy player 101, the one with the tattoo on his face, the criminal. He decides, well, you know what, I am not going on after, and he's like, I don't know, 7 or 8, and he wants people to go past him and this, that, the other. Anyway, it gets a little rough. The guy that's behind him, he pushes him off. Crazy girl, I forget her number, but the one that slept with him, of course, she's holding on tight to him, not to just go. She falls intentionally and takes him with her. They are all hitting the ground, and you know I love me some blood and some gut and some gore, and the brains and everything of these people are down there on the pavement. They give you close-ups of it. You know, maybe something's just wrong with me, because those are the kind of things that I look for in these shows. So the VIP arrives, and the cop decides that, you know, he got to get to the point where he's in with these VIPs. So one of the servers, he takes over, of course, holds them hostage, take over their costumes, just like he does. And so he's in there. One of the VIPs decides that they taking a liking to him. They want to have some sexual relations with him. So anyway, he convinces them to take him off to a private place. He gets them there. Of course, he overpowers the VIP and he makes him confess all this stuff as he records it on a cell phone. And the head guy is noticing, well, you know what, they are going way too long. We need to go see what's going on. So anyway, by this time, the guy has already got on him some scuba gear. They've noticed that he's gone. He's out in the open water. He's trying to get back to the mainland. He finally does reaches the mainland. And of course, the guys are after him. And we're going to stop that there and we'll come back to it. Okay, so now we are in episode 8, and that was with the games as well. After the game is over, anybody that would have been standing on any of the glass platforms would have blown up because they all explosively blown up. And in the midst of that, the young girl, because now there's only the investment player, the two friends, he is player number 212, I believe, 218, which is friends of 056, 0456. And the young girl. Well, the explosive glass gets her in the side. Now she's wounded, but she's not saying anything. She's a pretty stand-up girl. She's pretty tough. She has to do this for her family and this, that, the other. Well, they're in their little pods or whatever, and they are greeted with a box, and the people want them to wear the outfits that are in a box anyway. They invite them to a sit-down fancy dinner. So that's what they're doing. When the dinner is over, they leave them with the knife. You know, there's always twists and turns to these games. Maybe they thought that they'll kill them in the night, each other in the night, but who knows. So anyway, well, they get inside of their pods again. And of course, player 456, he figures out, you know what, old girl isn't eating her food. She looks kind of lethargic. Long story short, he figures out that she is wounded. She's losing a lot of blood. They go, he's trying to get help for her. Well, in the meantime, in between time, player 218 is about his business. He goes over, he kills her. Anyway, now it's the two of them left. They are here to play the final game. And I know I've skipped past a whole bunch of these things, but episodes 7, 8, and 9 kind of all interact, and I don't try to get you a synopsis of every single thing that happened in the episodes. I just want to give you my opinions about the episodes. So that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to make this video long as well either. So anyway, so they play Squid Game, of course. So they are playing Squid Game, and of course, you know, they still got their knives and this, that, the other. So I will make a very long story short. In the end, player 456 definitely wins. Well, he get ready to win, and then he turns and he goes back and he's like, you know what, let's just forget it all. Let's just quit, this, that, the other. And player 218, I'm telling you, I like this guy. He was very ruthless. He was like, no, we didn't come this far not to win any of the money, X, Y, and Z. He kills himself. He stabs himself in the neck, cuts his throat. So 456 wins. Of course, he's not taking it well because now he's back. He's been in there for a while. You know, his mother had those health problems. Of course, now she died. So anyway, he goes into a little bit of some relapse, but he finally gets himself together. Player 218 asked him to please take care of his mother. The young girl, she kind of asked him for it. She didn't ask him for a favor. She told him about her brother that was in the foster home and why she was doing it. Anyway, he made good on those things with them. And then he decided, okay, well, I am going to go visit my daughter in the U.S. He's about ready to board the plane, or the subway, and he sees this guy over there being slapped. So you know what? It starts out, I love a good round table loop about when we go from the beginning, we get to the end, it's back to the beginning, and you can most definitely tell that there's going to be a season 2, and I am here for it. So anyway, oh boy, that he was slapping the shit out of him just like he was doing player 456 in the beginning. 456 goes over there. Of course, he doesn't catch up with the guy, but he catches up with the man that was playing. He takes his card. He was like, don't do it, X, Y, and Z. It kind of cuts to him trying to then he goes and get like a new look. I don't know what's the red hair for. Maybe because of the squid. I don't know. But he gets himself together. He's going to visit his daughter. Now he's on the subway, but now he's in the airport and he's getting ready to be on the terminal to the plane. And he gets this call, and of course it's the agency, and it's like, yeah, you better get on that plane and X, Y, and Z. But before I do that, because that almost ends it, we're going to go back to the cop, and he's on the mainland. The bad guys, the head guy, they catches up with him. He's like right at a cliff, and he's asking them all these questions, and they know that he has this information on the phone and this, that, the other. And so he's asking to show him himself, and the plot twist was the front guy that was there was the guy that he was actually looking for. It was his brother. And apparently they pay him a lot of money to be there because he definitely killed the cop. That was his brother. Okay, well, he shot him, because you always know there's always something to these movies. And I don't know why they think that we are none the wiser to them doing these same old twists again. But you know what? He got shot, fell into the water. They didn't see him. Of course, they turn around, and that's that. So that ended that. I'm sure he's not dead. He's probably going to be in the next one. So, oh boy, he gets the phone call, and he was like, you know what? In my mind, it seemed like he was taking that as a challenge, and he was not going to stand down. He turns around as if he's not going to get on the plane, and it goes off. So anyway, I know that season 2 is hopefully not too far from here. You know, with the whole recent COVID things, or the 2020 things, a lot of shows did get pushed back many years. Hopefully it didn't take too long for this one to start up again. And just like I said in the beginning, now that I won't be reviewing this show into the next season, if you got a show that you would like for me to watch and review, just drop it in the comments and I will definitely give it a try. If you haven't watched Squid Games, this is a series for you to watch. I enjoyed it, and I will see you, friend, in the next video.